Okay, bonjour. I saw a comment made by Kiva asking me if I could understand what Mikoline wrote the other day about his, trip to Spain, like his stay in Spain for about 2 months, I think. So I'll be reading from this. I've got photos of this, and I've never used any translation. So this will be a genuine read. But this is not the first time of me reading it. This would be the second time because, moments ago I tried to read it out loud, and I was able to understand the entire thing. I was able to get the gist of it. So what I want to try to do here is to try to translate it, on live so that people can see if I can actually understand it or not. But anyway, I think it would be a good, interesting insight into what you can achieve with 1 year of learning French. Okay, there you go. I'll start reading it and I'll translate it piece by piece. So l'Espagne, Spain. Okay, je suis parti en Espagne, en Espagne en 2009. I left to Spain in 2009. J'avais pris une année sabbatique à l'université. I took a sabbatical of 1 year at university. Je m'avais pas d'idée précise de ce que je voulais faire, mais je rêvais d'aller en Espagne, d'y vivre et d'apprendre la langue. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I dreamt of going to Spain, living there, and learning the language. Tout le monde me le déconseillait car la situation économique était difficile à cette époque. Everybody tried to persuade me not to do it because at that time the economic situation in Spain wasn't really good. J'ai quand même décidé de partir. I decided to leave anyway. I didn't listen to them. J'ai réussi à venir, or j'ai réussi à réunir. I don't know. Mikolai's handwriting is a bit sketchy on this when it comes to this word, but j'ai réussi à venir 500 euros pour un programme qui me permettait de travailler, à 40 heures par semaine, d'être logé et nourri et de recevoir 150 euros d'argent de poche par mois. Okay, I don't know what this word REUNIR or VEUNIR means or how it's pronounced, but I get the gist of it. I was able to sort of, accumulate 500 euros. So I was able to come up with 500 euros for a program that will allow me to work 40 hours per week to be fed and to have housing and to receive 150 euros every month. Okay, that's the gist of it. And where were we? Il n'y avait pas de cours formels, mais c'était une immersion totale. I mean, at that time there weren't really formal courses, but it was a total immersion. Okay, let me continue to read it. Je n'avais pas les moyens de prendre un aller-retour, alors je n'ai acheté qu'un aller simple. I didn't have the means to buy a round trip ticket, so I bought a simple ticket, a one-way ticket. J'ai atterri à Zativa, une ville près de Valence. I went to Zativa, a city near Valence. I don't know these cities. I've never been to Spain. J'ai travaillé dans un hôtel à la cuisiner et à faire d'autres choses comme préparer les mariages et sa vie pendant les événements. I worked in a hotel in the kitchen, and I was able to do other things as well, like wedding planning and planning events. Okay. Mon contrat durait 2 mois, peut-être. Je ne me souviens plus exactement. I think my contract lasted for like 2 months, but I couldn't remember much. Entre-temps, in the meanwhile, le propriétaire a vendu l'hôtel et les nouveaux propriétaires n'ont pas voulu me garder. Okay, in the meanwhile, the owner of the hotel changed. The hotel changed hands, and the new owners didn't want to keep him, so they sacked him. And then we're gonna go on the next paragraph. J'ai donc cherché du travail dans d'autres villes différentes, en concurrent avec des gens qui parlent espagnol et en Espagne en 2009. So I had to find different other jobs, and together with people who could speak Spanish, I was able to, he didn't write about whether he was able to succeed searching for it in this particular sentence, but he wrote that he, at the very least, tried to find different jobs along with people who could speak Spanish. Okay, in the next line, he says, j'ai trouvé un employé dans un restaurant chinois, probablement parce que l'espagnol était encore pire que le mien et qui ne s'en goût pas rendu compte. Qui ne s'en sont pas rendu compte. Okay, I didn't know, I don't know, is it G-O-U-T or S-O-U-T, but I don't think it's important. It's important. But the important part is that he found a job in a Chinese restaurant because they spoke worse Spanish than him, so they didn't know that he wasn't able to speak much Spanish. So I think he wanted to say that here. Je suis resté là-bas encore un mois ou deux, et avec mon premier salaire, j'ai acheté un billet pour rentrer. I stayed there for about a month or two, and then with my first paycheck, I was able to buy a ticket back to Poland. I think at the time he was living in Poland. J'ai pu prendre l'avion. Je n'ai pas en besoin de faire du stop. I was able to, board a plane, and I didn't even have to do, stopovers. It was a direct flight, I think. So yeah, in summary, I was able to understand the whole thing. I got some of the words wrong. I'm pretty sure about that, but my comprehension is to a point. My comprehension is at a point where I could read things like this, and also the stuff that is written in the group, without having to use any translation tools. A few months ago, that was a totally different case. I had to use Google Translate all the time. Yeah, anyway, this is sort of a progress record, and perhaps other people can watch this and see where they can be in a year's time if they're starting out. right now. Anyway, it was lovely making this video, and au revoir. Bye bye.